everybody, and welcome back to Rise from the Grave with Lizard Gaming. I'm Ranek, and last we were here, we were clearing out the area of local bandits and plotting to kill this person right here, Isabella von Helden. She trespassed through my territory as if it wasn't even there. So we're just going to click to end the turn here, and next turn we're going to take our small little ragtag band of a little bit of everything, and we're going to see what we could do about conquering ourselves this watchtower here. Ooh, a bone wyvern. If we get rid of that, we get a draconian flamer, which would help us take out the watchtower, so we're going to go ahead and go retrieve that. And here we go. So we have not only the bone wyvern, but it also has a dread spider baby as an accomplice. Hopefully we'll be able to take care of him. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. We just got to try and get the spoiters into a good position for us to take out before dealing with the wyvern. That's a pretty good position if I do say so myself. What are your movement speed? Oh yeah, there's no way that bone wyvern's gonna have free reign to attack whatever the hell he wants. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. Just slightly hitting the rocks there to get the line of sight penalty. Way to go me, top of my game. Let's see what we can do here. We have lesser reanimate dead, we have a heal undead. Well, that's all fine and dandy. That melee strike does a bunch more damage than the range strike at the exchange of us taking damage from our leader. So what we're going to try to do is go send the dwarves over here to throw the rocks, and we're going to try to use the sun guards to at the very least threaten the bone wyvern. Maybe if we give him that good of a target to kill the sun guards here, he won't turn and attack my leader here. Hopefully that works out. If it doesn't, oh well. We got a free strike on him, that's perfectly okay, but our dwarves are the ones who died as opposed to the expected Tigran warriors. But we do get flanking strikes over here, which allows us to move our babies over here to get a flanking strike and finish off the wyvern. So we did lose our dwarves, but at the same time, I'm not a particular fan of the Dwarven Prospectors anyway. So I find this exchange to be a perfectly valid one. And as we march our way downtown back to the watchtower, we gotta pay attention and hope that our leader gets enough health regen. And it would be nice if the Sun Guard also got quite a bit of health back by the time we get here. It looks like none of them are going to have full health by the time we get here, but Stiffened Limbs, with its -2 defense and -2 melee damage to targets, as well as -12 speed, that's going to be a great combat spell for us to use. Now we got Whispers of the Fallen. Not enough mana. Battles fought within 16 hexes of your... Okay, I remember that. I can't wait to use that one. Who knows, maybe they'll actually flee in terror at my presence. Nope, however, what do we have here? We have one Initiate, a Swordsman, and a Union Guard. Yeah, I think we'll be able to take care of them fairly simply. Only one I'm really worried about is actually the Swordsman, because the Initiates, they don't do a whole lot of damage. They can only fire once no matter how much they move. And they're really squishy. And all these people are weak to poison, which is something my leader throws around like it's candy. And with the Initiates charging up that far forward that quickly, we'll be able to probably take them out this first turn here, which will leave us to work around the Union Guards. Alright, we got them despairing. Time to send in the babies to deal a little bit more damage, maybe even finish them off. Unfortunately, we are not that lucky. Here we'll move y'all over here. Get the flamers in position. throw the fire directly onto the Union guards here, and then send the Sun Guards there to ensure that if they want to attack our backline, they're going to have to spend more movement points to do so, and hopefully not get as many attacks in. Now we have the Swordsman going to flank here. It's okay. They were only able to get one strike in, and in exchange I got what I feel to be superior positioning for this fight here, especially as I come around the flank to finish off the Union Guards. Well, almost finish off the Union Guards. Would have liked it if that second strike killed them, because then I wouldn't have taken any extra damage from the recoil. Just gonna throw the fire behind there. Hopefully that turns around, which it doesn't. This game has better coded AI than I thought. We're gonna send in the babies here and finish them off with some melee strikes, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minimum 15. Meanwhile, they have the potential, fairly likely potential actually, of killing our leader. So what we're going to do instead is just going to have them stay guarded there. And they go for the melee strikes, which does not work out in their favor. They fall and the watchtower is ours. Now let's see if we get any useful information from all of this. There's another independent city down south. I want to say that it is potentially either a halfling or perhaps a human town based on where it spawned. There's some gold mines around, but all those are just going to be absorbed by these independent cities eventually anyway, so I'm not particularly worried about them. We're going to move down the jungle and see if we can reach the independent city down here. Moving our way down, and it is hostile humans. They got themselves a nice fancy wooden wall, and they think they're hot shit. Well, we'll kill them eventually, but as of right now... Oh, wow! Our little babbies hatched into Ghoul Draconian Flyers. The best unit they could have possibly hatched into. Things are looking up today, as opposed to last week. This is wonderful news. We're going to build ourselves a observatory after they finish the barracks. And next turn, we'll begin casting ourselves the battle information spell. There's no better way for me to put it. Whispers of the Fallen, see what we could do with that. Now we're going to send our units up to go and explore in the tropics over here. There's just a river heading up here, so unless I want to go build a bridge, there's no point really exploring in that direction, which is kind of unfortunate because the volcano is where the Draconians work best. But my people are undead, so they probably don't care. City is undead and not affected by happiness. See what I tell you. Blood Moon. All units that can do a melee attack deal an extra 3 physical damage when they do so. That's pretty great, especially with our Draconian Flyers that we currently have. Let's see what we have here. Exploit Despair. This unit takes advantage of the negative emotions in a target, dealing extra holy and frost damage for each degree of low morale in its target. That sounds really good, but there's some other things in here that I want as well, such as the Life Steal. Life Steal and Throw Curse. I think I'll pick those up. I like Throw Curse. It's a very good debuff. It's great for on sieges of castles where it takes a few turns to get where you need to go in order to get into combat range anyway. It works out really well. And who knows, this might be the first time in a long time that our Sun Guard gets itself fully healed, but there's an enemy over here. Ah, but their primary army's here and they already have a wall. Never lucky, but at least we know where they are. We do know that they are our immediate neighbors, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. We're going for the bandit camp next turn, hopefully with our fancy schmancy Draconian Flyers. Never mind, we're quelling a rebellion. Gotta get us that vassal so that way we can absorb them into our empire. And with that, we get ourselves a vassal for the low cost of, I think, 5 health from the Sun Guard. Alright. Army requires my orders still. Oh, that watchtower is not in my domain yet. I should change that. So we have ourselves a bunch of orcs. Big, tough, grueling orcs with almost no ranged whatsoever. So we'll just use that to our advantage. They will be slow, especially since we have 2 flying units that are very quick. Spirit throwers, 3 damage. Spearman and a bowman. Ooh. Bows, very scary. If you're in kindergarten. I cannot get the flyers over there quite yet, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift the army over here. We're gonna take out the razor bows, and that should put the majority of the army out of reach for most of the engagement. Which has the added benefit of reducing the amount of damage that we take. Unfortunate. Oh, wait, you guys have Guardbreaker? When'd you learn that? Always had Guardbreaker? Huh. Well, now I kind of wish I led with them first. Might have actually killed them. Oh well, in any case, we're just going to shift our army over to reduce the amount of damage that we could take from their melee strikes while we get set up here for a flanking barrage of death. Spirit throwers probably going to throw spears at the flamers. Those pikemen. Alright. If you guys finish them off, send the flyers over here. Get ourselves a wonderful flanking strike. Pole arm, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Throw the fire blast. Come on now. Right there. There we go. Got some decent damage in. We will send in our leader here. Now the pole arm and the pike square makes this a very bad idea to even try and engage in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep them there. No use taking so much unnecessary damage. We're instead going to let them kill themselves on our flyers, who are now unfortunately severely damaged, but they have greatly increased regeneration due to being the only undead unit I have. Anakin's healing ability will heal 25 health to that unit each turn. Alright, one more watchtower. What could possibly go wrong? And look at that. 2 turns and our flyer's almost entirely grown again. Our village has grown into a town. What are you guys looking for? What do you need? Oh, yes, that's right. Y'all need mana. Mana, mana, mana. Humans? Can't be having humans. Alright, so we have ourselves a human swordsman, a human archer, and human pikemen. Right? Did I get that right? Or are those civic guards? Ah, those are civic guards. Ah, well. The human archers are actually kind of powerful. I am a little bit worried about their existence. But at the same time, I think I have the speed necessary to ensure their quick and utter demise, especially when the civic guards here made the folly of attacking early. Because all that did was make them easy to kill. See if we could get some despair on there. Ooh, yes. And we'll throw some fire on the archers, and we're going to use the sun guards to try and prevent a flanking maneuver on the flamer here. So we're just going to stick him right here on the 10. Archer getting 3 shots into... how are you getting lucky? Oh, we walked through a clover field. That explains that now, don't it? Alright, and the humans did instead engage our cavalry units, which is perfectly fine by me. And we'll use our superior tactics and flanking maneuvers in order to end their life. Use the flamer here, throw on some fire, finish them off with Anakin, unless the flamer already kills them. Well, that makes life a hell of a lot easier. Another 9 research, another 75 undead population. And looky over here. Another watchtower. Don't mind if I do. The psychology of these other 3 units who are serving a lich with an undead bodyguard. I find that interesting to imagine. Hey, George. What's with the guy on the horse? Oh, what do you see, Jeffrey? That is our leader. He kills people and brings them back from the dead. Will he do that if we die? Probably. Are we okay with that? Well, he pays really well. I'm okay with that. Yes. Yes, you are. And that's the story of how my army sold their souls to basically Satan. And now, we engage our 4th lighthouse. Lighthouse? Watchtower. Ah, so much vision. Love it, love it, love it. Getting rid of the fog of war is the most satisfactory feeling in the world. Oh, God, looky what I found. Christ. A bandit camp, a necromancer circle, and another independent. This is going to go wonderfully, isn't it? What is that shimmering on the flyers? They are pulsing with necromantic energies. Oh, yeah. Alright, so the ranged units are going to push up really hard. And they're going to get rid of their oh-so-important defenses. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch them. Going to use the flamer, get in a bunch of damage through fire. Send in Anakin Rotten Land here. Yeah, let's go instead for the higher damage burst. Get them all despairing. Send in the shields. Don't know why it zoomed in so close, but good for you, game. Send in the flyers over here. Maybe they'll finish them off. Yes, they did, which allows us to send in these guys. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's do it. 17 damage to their 10. Works out. I get a promotion. Everything's good. They're going to sprint their way and attack the flamers. Or they're going to get flanking. Okay, that's good for you. I do not like it when people do that, so I'm just going to deal with you personally. Get wrecked. So much damage. Ugh, love it. Okay. Alright. I'm Ranek from Lizard Gaming. Please, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give it a little thumbs up. Thank you for watching.